and then
Good morning, everybody. This is Freight Master Resources. My name is Tim. Got a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about today.
As a matter of fact, we do.
Bear with me here.
Maybe it's a seasonal customer. Well,
okay.
not at the moment, but in the next 3 weeks.
So today I wanted to discuss with you carriers and brokers
12 trucks every day or
about
every week, whatever the case
freight
may be,
factoring or invoice factoring, whatever you prefer to call it.
Miles, whatever it is.
And
we'd love to get set up with you
freight right
and
now.
Provide that capacity.
Okay. Before I do get into that,
so you're going to want to make sure you get
because I've talked to so many people the last couple of weeks, and I do apologize for not putting out a video.
Send them over your packet, get set up.
In the last,
now, sometimes when you're setting over your packet,
days, maybe,
you're going to obviously send them a credit sheet or ask them for a reference sheet so that you can run credit and things like that.
Before I get into all of that,
qualified. And
after talking to some of you, I wanted to kind of say this.
Logistics manager or transportation manager is not the one that fills that
Bees
out.
don't explain
Sometimes
to
that
flies
goes to a different department. It might go to
why
accounting,
honey
things like
is
this.
better than shit.
One thing I found,
remember that next time someone ever tries to tell you to give up on your dreams.
That paperwork gets
all right,
kind of handed off.
No matter how bad things are, no matter how bad they're getting, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to be successful in this industry or any other industry,
so you are not a priority on their list to fill this, credit sheet.
You just have to be diligent.
All the time, right?
All right.
So don't assume that
when I first got into this,
end game
way back when, I'm not even going to tell you because then I'll date myself, right?
You're going to want to be doing your follow-ups.
But I was a single father of 3
day and say,
at
hey,
the time.
I've got
I
2
quit my
trucks
job,
just checking on that
took a
credit
freight broker training course, which was
progress on
the
that,
one that I took was absolute
like
garbage.
Right. In which case, a lot of times that'll make that transportation manager.
It did kind of give me a little bit of a kicking off point, but I had no sales background, nothing like that. So when I got my first job as an agent and that particular training course, once you completed it and passed your test, they would offer you a position to kind of help get you leapfrogged out there, right?
Join your Facebook groups, right? We've
got
a Facebook group.
Kind of freaked out because there was a lot more to what was going on than what I realized after the taking the training course. There's a lot of little legal mumbo jumbo and things like this, but I didn't really understand on how to get customers,
you're not going to see a lot
how
of
to talk to carriers,
so many others
all the different equipment types, how much they can scale, yada yada yada, right? But fortunately, I had a couple of carriers and a couple of freight brokers
on your vehicle or what. I mean, there's just all kinds of garbage.
Kind of helped point me in the right
people
direction.
Set up some of these groups and they just don't do anything. But we actually have
and then along with
in our group,
just kind of
time to time,
going through the motions and things. I picked up on a lot. I read a lot, watched some YouTube videos. I put in a lot of time. In fact, I think there was 3 days there I just didn't sleep. I was just researching as much as I possibly could because failing was not an option, right? It just wasn't.
Yeah, it's a pretty great group.
And
it's
so,
really friendly. We don't get a lot.
Gradually, I progressed further and further and further, and then a lot of things kind of started to click. And this is one of the reasons why
you're an idiot. Get out of here.
I do this channel and
really don't
have these websites, the Facebook group and things, to kind of provide you guys with some of the resources and things. To help you out,
LinkedIn,
right?
Your carriers,
because maybe you're in the same situation that I was way back when. You took a training course, and it just there was a lot of gaps, right? A lot of things that they just didn't fill you in on. Now, that being said, I have got 2 freight broker training courses that
I've actually gone around
are outstanding,
use produce,
in my opinion.
They're in the produce
section, I got them both featured here. If you're interested, maybe you're looking,
stickers
to redo your training,
bananas,
or
tomatoes,
something. Maybe the one you did was complete garbage, but these
and sometimes
literally cover everything
that they have.
Okay,
they've got the name of the
Shaggy, the Freight Broker Boot Camp.
Well, I'll take my cell phone out.
if there's other ones out there that are good,
I'll do a little
I'm not
research
really
on
aware
that
of
company,
them, at least.
Right. And
I'm not as familiar with them as I am with
get
these,
set up with them.
Right.
So
those are the two that I recommend.
That's another great way. Go around your house, your garage,
yeah,
your pantry.
Don't ever give up on your dream.
Everything. Just start turning around and
just
labels.
Don't do it. And I know a lot of people are frustrated right now, with a lot of things that
literally what I'm getting at is that
going on in the world and around the country and things and inflation and everything's getting more and more expensive, and I'm not going to get into all of that about my opinions on what the solution is, because
freight tenders, and things kind of dropping off a little bit, but that's
not
always going to be the case. And
I'm here to help.
I really think that
hopefully help you succeed.
The U.S. used to be like the manufacturing powerhouse of the world.
My sort of paying it forward, because there were some kind people to me when I got started.
Or at least my hope is that we will kind of revert
I really
a little
truly
bit
hope
more
that
back
some
to
of these
that
videos
and become
help.
a little bit more
Okay,
self-reliant rather than
moving on.
So much import that we do.
So I want to talk to you about freight factoring today, and I have talked to numerous carriers here. I've seen more so here lately than ever before.
Look around other cities.
Kind of
look up industrial
there
parks,
with the way things are right now currently. They're looking to switch factoring companies,
a lot of towns, cities have
or they're just getting started and need a factoring company.
Like these,
and
manufacturing
the one that I recommend,
maybe face to face or just
we have a rep,
call,
and his name's Todd Waller. And if you want to reach out to him, he's a very straight shooter.
Google,
and with freight factoring, right? Not to get off topic, but you get what you pay for, right? These guys are very diligent. They do Saturday funding. They provide some of the best rates in the industry.
Things
and
like that. Just all kinds of things.
You can go through this. Is basically just kind of a synopsis, of them. And there's a lot more that I could go over about Corfund, but they are awesome, awesome. Okay,
Kansas City, Kansas, or something.
I mean, it's worth talking to them. But rather than just kind of talking to somebody at random, like I said, if you want to talk to our rep, I can put you in touch with them. Just go to the freight factoring tab on the truckersresource.com website here, and then just fill this out. And,
I've got capacity in Kansas City as well.
We'll make sure that somebody reaches out to you within 24 hours. All right.
So help out with
freight brokers. You're next. Okay. There again,
they're going to be more than happy to
the factoring might be
when that facility is ready
the thing
to open.
for you with the way things are currently. And if that's the case, we recommend StrataPay.
A year for the facility to
they also work with new brokers
built,
as well as existing brokers. And there's not a lot of factoring companies out there that actually work with new brokers. And I know that there are some others out there that do.
Is our cold calling, prospecting,
and some have started out.
Sales is such a big part of what we do, because
that way where they were exclusive to just new brokers starting out, but then eventually if they find out that you're asset based, they want your assets, yada yada yada. That's not a requirement with StrataPay.
I mean, it was devastating.
They're very, very transparent.
That I had was still enough to obviously sustain me and things like that. But I had a lot of drivers.
They've got. Sorry, I got to tripping over my thoughts here.
Where are we going? And it's like,
they got back office support. They've got all kinds of services. If you'd like to talk with them, there again, go to freightbrokerresources.com, click on the Freight Broker Factoring tab, fill this out. I'll put you in touch with our rep. There's no long-term contracts or anything like that. Same as with Corfund. I think they do 6 and 12-month terms.
Shipper is,
and
don't be afraid
very,
to
very
follow
flexible.
up with them in a few weeks, a month, 3 months.
Yeah,
because
and the setup on both are very, very quick.
Over that period of time.
It's really worth talking to them. So there again, this website, again, I will make sure that I get you in touch with someone within 24 hours, because I know how important all of that is for everybody. I mean, when it comes to getting paid and paying your carriers, they've got quick pay available to pay your carriers within 24 hours.
So we need to come in there.
You've got virtual back office,
and that's really
invoice management, all of that. They are
find
just
out what their needs are and how
the creme de la creme, right? King of Kings when it comes to freight factoring, in my opinion. And that's why I recommend them.
Guys,
one other quick thing,
if you guys have any questions or anything,
without getting off topic again, is if you are out there, maybe you're looking to build a website, you don't know where to start. This is
that's what I'm here
I personally use InMotion Hosting. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get any kickback from this or anything. And it's been rare that I've ever had to reach out to tech support, but I actually did last night and again this morning. And they are hands down the best, guys. If you're looking to build a WordPress website, they can get you set up with BoldGrid. BoldGrid is
some of their recent posts.
Basically a lot of like drag and drop preform templates and things like that. If you've ever tried to put together a WordPress website in the past, like I did, I'm not very techy. I struggled with it, right? I don't know. But with the BoldGrid, you get through this. Pricing is great, and that tech support, if and when you ever need it. These guys, if I could give them 100 stars, I would. I mean, they are just hands down on top of stuff. They've got 24/7 support. Check them out, InMotionHosting.com. I don't remember if I dropped a link down in the description below. I guess if I didn't,
find out about those types of things.
Do that for anybody that needs it. But obviously, putting yourself out there, getting that website, whether you're a carrier or a broker, independent dispatcher, whatever the case may be. Basically, you need to have an online presence as well as Facebook, LinkedIn, and all of that, right? And I've discussed a lot of that in my previous videos. So, just a little side note there if you're looking for, if you're looking to build a really cool WordPress website, and it's so super easy, especially even for someone like me, right?
I'm an idiot when it comes to that kind of stuff.
But I was actually able to put it together, and I put the truggersresource.com website together, and there's so many other templates, and all of my websites I've got,
some of you who have been subscribed to the channel for a while may remember me, letting you guys know that, when I took my training course,
I don't think they're too bad, right? You guys give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on that, I guess.
Sales before.
Whether you like them,
I didn't know how to talk to shippers, where to find shippers, how to talk to carriers, or anything like that.
So that being said, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about freight too, and I'm trying not to make this video too lengthy.
At least they kind of pointed me in the right directions with some things.
I know there doesn't seem to be quite as much freight out there as what there used to be, and there's a lot of talk about,
with this channel and some of these videos, I'm really
more freight kind of hitting the spot market, shippers getting away from contracts.
Because I love hearing your guys' success stories. Some of you guys email
doing
me,
your job correctly,
like that,
right? As a freight broker or as a carrier,
I appreciate that. I love you guys.
Got a good line of communication with your customer. You're not trying to price gouge. Yada yada yada. You can still get contracted freight. In fact, I've got contracted freight, and I was just offered for the contract to be very, 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 very long term.
You're reaching out to a prospect, potential shipper.
I've got other freight as well that inevitably it's spot market stuff. I don't really like to work the load boards too much, but inevitably have to do it, right? At some point in time, we all have to do it.
Right? The Gatekeeper is
there again. Side note:
they're more
if you're looking for DAT, we've got a link down below for your first 30 days free on DAT. So there's a couple of different ones on there that you can choose from, but hands down, I exclusively use only DAT. I don't use any other load boards, and
100 phone calls a day.
I've been very, very successful using
And that
DAT.
being said,
I built a lot of carrier relationships using DAT.
medium-sized shippers,
you know,
either.
just taking
that
moment to talk to the carrier. You know, hey, is this a common lane that you run? That kind of a thing.
But
you know, just
a lot of those places,
little side note with them. You know, talk to them, and it might be, you know, a regular lane. You guys can come to an agreement. Talk to your customer. Hey, I've got this carrier that wants to run it for us regular. You know, because maybe you're not the only broker that works with that customer.
Be a little bit more open
right?
on
But
what
that's a
their
way for you to
needs
obtain
are
that.
and
Take
things
care of your
like that.
carrier. Take care of your customer.
So yeah, don't forget about your smaller shippers.
Yeah,
and maybe they're only shipping one load a day.
DAT.
You know,
if you're looking for
that
30 days,
odds are that their company will grow, and as their company grows, so will the
anywho,
amount of freight that you have. Right?
If you're having trouble getting customers, I've got a couple of other videos on how to get freight shippers. Especially because I know that's a big issue with freight brokers and agents, even you carriers. You know, a lot of you guys, you know, I talk to, you know, and I try to help some of you guys out. I've got some buddies that are owner-operators, small fleet owners and such out there helping them find direct customers.
I'll come back around to it. Going back to
so it can be done. In fact, we've been very successful with it lately.
If you're having trouble getting through to a particular shipper,
it's not impossible. It's just kind of
and ask to talk to accounting,
knowing,
or sales.
You know, getting your,
love to talk.
I guess,
they'll
I hate to use the
probably
word
give
sales
you a pretty good insight on what kind of volume of freight that they're shipping.
Because I always think of telemarketer for some reason. You get those calls on your phone, you're just like, you know, like, does that stuff even work?
Capacity there.
Then they're talking over you.
Things like this.
You know, that's one thing you definitely don't want to do when you're calling a prospect, right? A potential freight shipper. Don't talk over.
You know, and
you're there to provide a solution for
not
them.
just Chicago, but now
and that's the big thing.
LA and New York. You know, or Atlanta.
So yeah, check out those videos on how to obtain freight shippers. But there's still freight out there, right? In fact, I talked to someone last week, and they said that there was an old timer in the industry that had talked to him once before, and they said the pie is infinite.
Somebody over in accounting,
right?
Call in.
It's not impossible.
You know, just say, hey, this is
there's enough to go around for everybody, and I believe that even in the current state of the market and in our industry right now,
related type call. And then when they transfer you over there,
and I do my best to take care of my carriers and my customers.
Accounting doesn't care, right?
And inevitably, I think that's why
that's not their job to be.
Over the years, I've become either the preferred freight broker if they've got multiples, or they've just said, if you can handle all of this, we'll let everybody else go. Right? You're our guy.
Right?
You know, and I book all
getting back around to LinkedIn.
So
this is where I was going with something.
So guys, again, this was. I hope that this video was kind of motivational for you. Like I said, don't give up on your dream. If you're wanting to break into this industry, you can do it. And we've got the resources for you, whether you're a carrier or a broker. If there's something else that I'm missing, you guys are looking for it, need it, reach out to me. Hit one of the contact form submissions on the website. I promise I do my best to get back to you guys ASAP.
Right.
Like I said, within 24 hours.
So that's a
if you have questions about anything, there again, don't be afraid to hit me up. All right.
Those names, find out what company they're working for.
I guess we'll call this good and bring it to a close.
Right. And instead of just saying, yeah, this is Tim, I'm trying to reach somebody over in shipping, you can say,
I'm just thinking of something else.
This is
I guess
Tim,
it's sort of an unrelated thing, so I won't do it.
I'm trying to reach Bob.
With that being said, as always, be kind to one another.
Transportation manager's name is.